Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and we're back again with another Spirit Island video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the new aspect for Keeper of the Forbidden Wilds, called Spreading Hostility. So this aspect is a little bit different from any of the other aspects we've looked at before. All it does is change one of your growth options. Specifically, it gets rid of this growth 4. This growth 4 is the one that let you pay energy to take, and you would gain a power card and add a presence. So it was a very problematic thing for Keeper because you top out at so much energy in card plays that the best strategy was basically to try and add 2 presents every single turn for the entire game until you just get so powerful that your decisions are just, it doesn't really matter what you do. You just have way more energy and more card plays than everyone, and you blow everything up. So by taking away our double growth every turn, hopefully this new aspect will open up a lot of new decisions for us. So let's see what we get. We take this growth option and we gain fire. We can move a presence twice, and then we also get a damage at range 0. So that fire is nice because it helps us hit our left innate. Sometimes it can be pretty hard to hit that, especially in the early game, because we only would be able to do it while playing Towering Wrath. And Towering Wrath doesn't do much in the early game because it's damage based off of your sacred sites. So there's a little bit of tension there. Making us have more access to that left innate, I think, is very cool. Being able to move presence is pretty cool. We are pretty restricted in how we can place our presence. You know, being only able to add to a wild, which is an unreliable token, or at range 0 with this guy. And then here can only add in lands with blight. So sometimes you might be playing against like Habsburg, and you just get locked out of a whole section of the board because you just can't get there. But now we can add our presence wherever and then run it into the blighted lands. So that's really exciting. And then having damage at range 0, I believe this is now the 3rd spirit in the game that can do damage during the spirit phase with Wildfire and Starlight. Starlight almost never takes that option because it's just so hard to get there. It takes several presence growths before you can start to do that damage. But having access to it on turn 1 is very exciting. Wildfire, that's their whole thing, right? Is they leverage that spirit phase damage to snowball the game. But there's a whole lot of text that I skipped over earlier. So for setup, we start with 1 energy. Okay. Our sacred sites now also count as badlands. Okay, so now this 1 damage can become 2 damage at range 0. Really starts sounding like Wildfire. Energy numbers on your top track are halved, rounded up. Okay, so that means that 2 energy becomes 1, 4 to 2, 5 to 3, 7 to 4, 4, and 5. Okay, and then we have the new growth option. So a lot less energy, but we have a little bit more aggression in the early game. Considering just how overpowered Keeper was to begin with, this is almost inevitably going to be a nerf, but I think it's a lot more interesting. I hardly played Keeper because I find him just to be a boring spirit. You just get a shitload of energy, a shitload of cards, and you just kind of put them all out there, and I never felt a distinct, unique flavor to playing the spirit, so hopefully the Spreading Hostility aspect will be able to deliver that experience. We're going to be doing a random difficulty 8 or 9 adversary with Nature's Incarnate. I've decided to uncheck Scotland and HME because I've already played them twice with these new aspects. And I think going forward, if I play against any adversary twice, I'm going to uncheck them. I really want to get a variety of games out there as opposed to like, how does everyone do against Scotland? So let's see what we get. Alright, we get France level 4. Cool. Start there in the... Board C is actually my favorite because the high jungles is in the middle, and you can try and like cut a line straight across and then shrink the board super fast. So let's see how that goes. Starting in the jungles. Alright, immediate value. Awesome, so we got our hostility right there. Starting with our extra energy. And Let's see. We could just add a presence, move them both like up here, and immediately kill that town. Maybe we just like give up this land here because it's too far away. Let's gain a miner. Let's see what we get. Call to isolation. This carapace land. It offers enough defense with this regrow from roots. Maybe we do that. I think I'd take carapace land, but we don't worry about trying to save that land. Energy. Yeah, this whole right innate is just a lot worse against France because they send 2 explorers at a time. So I'm not even going to bother trying to hit it. And we're just going to go straight across the bottom, like so. City, triangle trade, exploring the mountains. Excellent. Here, gain a miner. Because we have a lot less energy, something like Portents of Disaster seems pretty sweet to me. Poison Dew isn't bad up against France. You know, if we get in a situation where we can reasonably expect a jungle or a wetland explore, that could be really, really high value. But I'm going to pick up just a clean 0-cost card. Keep our hand nice and cheap. And we're going to add a wilds right there. Okay, time passes. Now we could send our sacred site over here, kill off both of these explorers, and let land number 8 go. Which I'm definitely considering. But we could also just let it build up and then we defend it, and we can move our stuff this way. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to go here, move 2 presence, and then do a 1 damage with the Badlands. Add a presence, gain an energy. And then we want to play 2 cards, Sunfire, or Sun Plant, but we don't have another Sun Plant card. So maybe we just play a Towering Wrath for the purpose of hitting that. For the purpose of killing that. Then we just play like this just for the fear. To fear, go there. And let's see, Invader Phase. Stage 1. No blight was added. We will be taking the blights. It doesn't matter. 1 damage per beast. Doesn't do anything. Added a Han to a land with 2 or more Dahan. Maybe we go here. Because it's central and we can kick them out in any direction. Okay, Ravage. Build. And that builds. And exploring the wetlands. Okay. We do have our 2 suns, so we can kick out and explore. So we could do... kick this guy out, create a wilds here. Maybe we can Sacrosanct Wilderness that. And then this Towering Wrath will give us 2 fear, and then 2 damage per Sacred Site. With the Badlands, it's going to do 3 damage, 1 fear for the Portents. Okay. Time passes. So now, I think the math works. So we go energy, place a presence. And then we'll gain, boom, boom, boom. That's 3. That's good. Then we can do, since there's no beast, we have to move. So we can go here, here, 1 damage. Defend for 6. Sacrosanct And an event. Okay, bureaucrats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bureaucrats does nothing. We have only one beast, and we get a free defend 5. Strife in a land with Dahan. Oh, so since the wetlands is going to be the Slave Rebellion card, we can go Strife here, and then we'll Strife the town that builds, and it just solves itself. So we don't even need to defend it. That's fun. In fact, you could almost make the argument that it was worse for us to kill that Explorer, because then we could transform that Explorer into a town, which would net give us 1 more Dahan. But alas, what are you going to do? Oh, Strife here. I say all of that, and now I'm considering adding a presence, kicking all the Dahan over, and letting that be Slave Rebellion, and maybe killing that town with like our right innate. Huh. Interesting. Ravage, build, explore, coast. Yeah, definitely want to load this land up now. So here we can remove a blight from the jungles. And we can add a wilds in a land without any explorers. So let's start shrinking that board. Time passes. Now, if we do add a presence and then use our spreading hostility, we're just going to play 0 cards this turn. And that seems very exciting to me. So we're going to do energy, presence, kicking 3 Dahan out this way. And then we're going to go fire, moving, presence 2 steps. So I'm going to go boom, boom, and then deal 1 damage. That's a Badlands. Kill the town. So now this won't even explore. It's very exciting. Gain, pay, life goes on. Okay, fast. We got no cards. Slaves Rebellion. So we strife the town. Kill both of those. 2 Dahan. And new event. Life's balance tilts. I mean, we could just take the free one, add a disease here, and then life just goes on. And then we could even do like ooh. Yeah, I like that. So we remove it here, add a disease. We have plenty of Dahan, so we don't need to worry about that. Oh, we might add a... It's fast, so we have to add a blight. I don't know. Cool. Or that's a whew, that'd be way nicer. And we don't have to worry about 1,000 small struggles. Strife a land with at least 2 invaders. So we strife here, and then yeah, I think we can have another really small turn this next turn. So ravage, build, disease, disease, exploring the jungles. So I was originally thinking about reclaiming 1 and using this spreading hostility to kill 2 explorers here. So that way that would be solved. Kick these 2 guys over, drop a defense here, and then list land die. And if we do that, we're taking a blight, losing 3 Dahan, and then 2 Dahan fight back. But since this is double actioning here in the coastal jungle, that seems a lot less exciting to me. So I think we're just going to go for a good old reclaim, add a presence. Maybe we'll go here. That's still there. At which point, yeah, we don't have the extra range. Maybe we don't add the presence here. So hold on, let's try not adding the presence. And then, but if instead we do growth 4, going here, And, like, doing a damage here, I guess. Or no, killing the town. Yeah. Kill the town. Get the fire. Then we could do something like this. Maybe we just Sacrosanct Wilderness, kick these guys in. Just kind of let that happen. That. We can even do a Portents for some fear. Yeah, it's free fear. Why not? Yeah, we'll do that. So now we get a defend 6. That we will push 2, add a wilds, 2 fear right there. Event. Rising interest. So the extra damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, gosh. That 1 fear card doesn't provide the equivalent of a defend 1. We would take a blight, lose a presence, and then everything still dies. I think a whole fear card is worth that. Close the gap by 3. Do we want to forget this, Portents? I'm not sure if it's worth it. So maybe we'll just remove that. That's fine. We never go the full distance against France anyway, so that doesn't really matter. And then we have to add a town to a land without one. So we'll go right there. Beast to a jungle, so we'll add a beast and a fear. Add a wild to a land with Dahan. Let's go right there. Strife land with or adjacent to beast. Yes, that the way I played it out, that would not have protected us, so I'm glad we played it that way. And skip the normal build in a land with beast. Hey! That's nice. Okay, so Ravage. Dies, and a Blight. Build. And, oh, that's one more fear. Exploring the mountains. Wilds. Boom. And we'll put it here to avoid a triangle trade. Gaining a Miner. That's a great card for us. That defense is really nice. We're probably just going to reclaim this Carapace land for this land, though. Shore Seeds to work on that. Maybe do an Apparitions to pull those two guys out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Losing 1. That's a lot to come out. Yeah, maybe this Entrancing Apparitions is the play. So we don't get threatened by a loss condition. 2 damage at range 0. Go there. And then we get to push 1 Explorer and add a Wilds. So we'll just add a Wilds over there. Time passes. Okay. Another option is instead of defending, we can just spread hostility, run right in, and then just kill stuff. But I think defending is more efficient. So I think we're going to energy, add a presence here to kick these guys out like so. Then we're going to do here for a hostility. So I'll go here and here, kicking these two guys in because of the Sacred Site, dealing 1 damage here. Then we can do Entrancing to solve this land. A Regrow for value. That's our reclaim 1. Right there. Interesting. Bada boom. Bada boom. Event. Okay, extra damage, doesn't matter. Destroy an explorer town and land with beast, doesn't matter. Push 3 from disease, doesn't matter. Okay. Add a strafe to a building in a land not matching a ravage card. Each invader takes 1 damage per strafe that it has, so that's the only choice for that. And a single land not matching a ravage card. Hey. We're going to get a lot of value from kicking some Dahan in. Alright, Ravage in the jungle. Build in the mountains. And when we transform an explorer into a town, it maintains its strife. So we'll transform the 2 strifed explorers to put us in this position. Okay. Then exploring the mountain wetlands. Wetlands. Mountain. Boom. Okay. Here we can remove a blight. Then we get to add a wild to a land with no explorers and no blight. We'll go right there. So how do we play this from here? Because I think I want to have a Sacred Site here and do a damage to solve everything. And I also want to have a Sacred Site here to kick those out. So I think spreading Hostility, spreading out from my 2 will solve both of those problems. But without the Beast, I'm going to have range and targeting restrictions. So maybe I just do just 1 damage here, and then I'll just kill the town slow phase. We go there, Sacred Site, kick things over, and then continue for my defense. That'll do a lot of damage. It won't even kill everything, but like I think that's got to be the play. It's unfortunate that we actually aren't getting our Slaves Rebellion until next turn, because it would pop off right now. In fact, it would just win the game on the spot. But I think that's the play. So we go here, going here and here. Kicking this over. No, I don't go there. I went this way, then I continue, make 1 damage. And then we're just gonna reclaim all, gain an energy. So we can go Carapace land, regrow, so we have a sufficient defense, and I can pick up that blight back there. And then we want to hit our 2 suns. Use like a Portents and like a Growing Power. That hits our damage. We get all our fear. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that does everything that we want it to. Okay. Portents, 2 fear. We'll go right there. Defend it for 6. Event. Towns do +1. Thankfully, they're all strifed up. Beast kill explorers has no effect. Jungle or wetland gets an extra Dahan right there. You know, for a guy that kills Dahan, we're doing just fine. Ravage for 1. That's defended. Counterattack for 6. We're going to go after the towns. Or do we? because now it's going to be building 2 towns. So it's net -1. But if we killed City, Town, Explorer, it would build just a city. And that would be net -1. So we wind up in the same place. Okay. Build 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1. Exploring Sands Wetlands. Okay, and now this will be the Slaves Rebellion turn, which I think, just by killing that city, will win us the game no matter what we do. So I think that's all good and fine. But anyways, we'll do our 2 damage right there. Terror level 3, yeah, we just need to kill that city. We'll gain ourselves a miner. Something cheap, that's cheaping on element, that's even cheaper. The strife isn't gonna, it's gonna come in too late to matter. Yeah, we just want to play cards. And then we can remove a blight. We can kick 1 explorer out and add a wilds. We'll just go there with it. Time passes. And I think no matter what we do, we just win because of the Slaves Rebellion. But let's try and play some cards. So we'll see if we can get a major. Unrelenting growth. Hey, if we pulled a major earlier, maybe we wouldn't have all these energy problems. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Go voice of command. Did I give myself an energy when I gained that power card? I shouldn't have. Because now we're only going to gain 1 energy for the turn. We can't even play this voice of command. That sucks. Yeah, so we'll just go energy here. Gain. Doesn't really matter. Actually, we have to leave it in there. That does matter. And we'll just play a bunch of cards. Bada bing. You know, like that. Like that. And, you know, like that. Entrancing Apparitions, gather these guys in. Portents of Disaster, 2 fear right there. We'll use Sacrosanct Wilderness to do 2 damage, trigger an extra fear, and kick these 2 explore, or do Dahan that way. Slaves Rebellion, on each board destroy a town. We'll kill that one. Then we get to strife 2 things, so we'll go strife, strife, and then Dahan deal damage. Kill, kill. That should be a terror level 3 victory. There it is. Yep, the classic, when you play against France, you always seem to win right when you get that second Slaves Rebellion. So that is Hostility Keeper. As we can see, completely different from regular Keeper. We had a lot less energy to work with. I think that's the big thing that I felt this game. And perhaps maybe I'll play this guy without the half energy restriction. Maybe that makes him too strong, but you know, in general, going for card plays is stronger than going for energy, especially when your energy gains are half. So yeah, that's pretty tough. You know, it really changes him into a smaller brawler type. Perhaps with some more practice, spreading hostility can gain a lot of value. It definitely is a lot worse into England. Without the energy, you can't really go for the majors. Yeah, that's a big nerf against England. But overall, I mean, it's interesting, right? There's all kinds of cool tricks that we can do with kicking these explorers around. I feel like it made our Dahan and defend gameplay a lot better. Because we could constantly be moving these Dahan around. We didn't even gain that much defense, but this Carapace land was just killer every time we played it. So it's interesting. I mean, to say it's a nerf relative to Basekeeper isn't a bad thing. Like, Basekeeper was way too powerful. Like, it shouldn't have been printed like that. So this is interesting, right? It gives you more choices, and it's just a really interesting twist on the spirit. So tell me what you guys think. Have a great day, guys.